to be on my thing, Monty.
Am I?
Yeah, because I can hear you. I think. The problem is I can't find it now.
How long do you think you'll be doing it?
There it is. Wait, how?
No, you do it, please.
Okay. Mhm. Sorry, everybody. I'm just trying to get myself set up here so that our live will look like a live. And I hopefully get this right. I don't know why it just doesn't look like much of anything on this thing. I really would like a better picture so that you guys know what is happening. So give me 1 second so that I can just do this. We'll do this, and we will put a picture up, and we're going to put our link again, and then I can get our meeting actually started. Okay. So hopefully, yeah. So we should be live. Unfortunately, I still have to do this stuff through the YouTube kind of workaround because Facebook made changes. But hopefully this all works, and I will be, speaking to you guys. So if you want to watch live or you want to watch the playback, here we go. So a couple of things. First of all, our major announcement is that this Saturday we are having our annual seminar year-end awards barbecue here at my house. And it is from August 10th. It's from 2 to 4. And it's here at my house, and here's the information about it. If you are unable to come in person, you can watch us on Zoom, and I will be recording it as well because we do have some people who are traveling this weekend. Hold on 1 second. Yvonne just asked me if we're having a meeting tonight, so I'm telling her to watch on Facebook Live, YouTube link. So hopefully she'll see that, because again, we're recording tonight because why? Because we're voting today. And I just didn't want us to have to worry about people missing the meeting because they were maybe voting after work or something like that. So I thought I would just do kind of a recorded video for this week, which is a little odd coming off a seminar. But I hope that y'all appreciate this. and can get this information nice and quick. So first thing is the barbecue awards this Saturday, 2 to 4. And I've heard from many of you who are either able to come or not come, or you're going to join us on Zoom. But if I haven't heard from you yet and you want to come, please let me know. Reach out, because I am working on doing my, you know, what is it, the preps for it, and making sure that I have my guest count information. So that. The second thing that we want to talk about. Oh, and you can invite a guest. So if you can RSVP your attendance and your guest attendance, that would be great. Secondly, major announcement. August 17th is the deadline for the PCP mailer for the lookbooks. So if you want to send lookbooks to your customers with a sample in it, it's 90 cents per customer name. It's actually a really good recommendation to do your own mailer to yourself, or to like a sister or your mom, something like that. For everyone who does at least one catalog mailed out to a potential customer, including like yourself, you can shop early and get the new products that are coming out for fall early. Right here it says early ordering for consultants is September 10th through the 15th. The catalogs will mail out on September 2nd, and our products go on sale on September 16th. And those of us who got to go to seminar got to see the new products for fall. And just believe me in this, that you are going to want your customers to get that fall holiday edition of the look with the sample that comes in it. If you order books from the company directly, they will not have the sample. So just make sure that you sign up by August 17th for at least one person to receive a catalog from you. In addition to that, we have the Mary Kay Your Way makeover contest all the way up until August 31st. And this is the one where we enter people into the contest for just trying a little Mary Kay color foundation or CC cream plus some colors. You can use our color cards, which makes it very simple and easy. But 6 lucky winners are going to win a round trip airfare for two nights at a luxury hotel, spa treatments, $1,000 in spending cash, and an assortment of Mary Kay products. And if they don't win the top prizes, there are 7 honorable mention winners who still get a chance to win a $500 gift card and an assortment of Mary Kay products. And you'll continue to hear me say this for as long as I've been in Mary Kay, that I built my entire business here in Michigan on makeover contests. It is a great way to meet people. Sometimes you get them in with color and then you can backtrack them to skincare. It's going to be a great way to connect with the next generation, the younger generation. I'm going to be talking a little bit later in this video about how to attract the next generation, which training that we got while we were down in seminar. Okay, so August offer. With every purchase of an oil-free eye makeup remover or micellar water, you can receive a free pack of 5 reusable Mary Kay remover rounds. No limits while supplies last. This is an offer that the company is doing. So if you order that eye makeup remover or the micellar water, you're going to get the little pack of the reusable makeup rounds. And many of us love these because you can save money. You don't have to go buy the cottons. You can just use these and wash them. And so consider that. Consider giving them as gifts when people purchase an eye makeup remover or a micellar water from you. You can give them a gift of the makeup remover rounds, and it kind of adds value and a benefit to their purchase. Also, this month, our monthly prize, and remember the cumulative wholesale amount has gone up to 700. We're doing the and then some this year. We are doing the powering up your sales. So with that, we're doing 700 wholesale, not 600 wholesale going forward for the monthly prize. Now, the monthly prize this month is going to be a collector's Mary Kay branded card set and dominoes. But here is the biggest prize when you power up your sales in the month of August. Sell $1,400 retail champions, and guess what? In August, you're going to net $700 in profit. I can't say, can I get an amen for that, or can you get excited, because I'm just talking to myself on the screen. But the fact is, if you do $1,400 in retail, you are going to get a $700 profit from that. So you then get the consolation prize too of what the Mary Kay collector's gift is for the month. And how exciting will that be? In addition to that, here's another contest that I am running. This is our champion unit contest for the month of August. When you sell, when you are seeing faces this month, you can win big. We're going to be winning sales aids and products. So 450 wholesale, which is a $900 retail month, you're going to get a stack of new lookbooks. Notice it says 450 wholesale and 25 items sold. When you do 650 wholesale and 50 items sold, well, that will net you lookbooks, a pack of lookbooks, plus one of the new full-size products. When you do 850 wholesale, you're going to get a pack of lookbooks, 75 items sold, that is, and you're going to get two full-size products of the new products that are coming out in fall. And it goes on from there. 1,000 wholesale, we're talking three full-size products plus your lookbooks. And again, that's 100 items sold. And finally, 1,200. So we're talking over what we call $1 million club. 1,200 wholesale and 125 items sold. You're going to get four full-size products along with lookbooks. You guys, you want to go after this because these new products, I guarantee you're going to be just totally falling in love with them. You turn this into me by September 5th. If you do not turn it in, you will not get your prizes. I just want you guys to know that. The deadline is September 5th. I'm not accepting it after September 5th. So you have to turn it in. And notice the little addendum down at the bottom. It says you must be enrolled in the preferred customer program. So there's two things you need to do. You got to get enrolled by the 17th and then start selling. And you're going to be able to win big in the month of August. I hope you guys are excited about this because we are a selling unit. And I know many of you are going to achieve this and get some freebies this month. In addition to that, let's see what else. Star Consultants. I'm so excited. I want to congratulate Shelly Neville-Zester, who has solidified herself in the first level of Star for the first quarter already. We are looking for 10 stars at minimum in this particular quarter one that ends September 15th. I myself am also a Ruby Star working on my Diamond. Shelly is a Sapphire Star working on her Ruby. And if you see your face on this chart, that means you are getting closer, and I believe you can do it, and you can be one of our 10. When we have 10 stars, I'm so excited because we're going to be doing Linked with the Stars in September. I don't have a date yet. That date is to be determined. But we're going to be making beaded bracelets together, and these are beautiful. It's a young woman that I met recently who does bracelets, and she's a former Mary Kay consultant who started her own business doing this. And Emerald Stars and Above, which is 3,600 wholesale, will receive a special charm as an extra gift from me, but I am paying for the entire event. So you want to be in the house because it will be fun. We have a lot of fun together when we do our star parties. The other thing that we just recently found out at seminar is that there is a special contest for people who want to move up to sales director. If you earn or if you become a sales director by December 1st, from August 1st through December 1st, you can earn a pink sales director jacket when you debut as a director with 30 to 35 active unit members during the promotion time. But you can also earn the jacket and registration to Leadership Conference in January down in San Antonio, Texas, when you debut as a director with 36 plus active unit members. You guys, the very first time I debuted as a director, I debuted with 40. I would highly recommend that you go for it all. But I have a question. Who will be my 4? When you see this video, if you are one of those ones who want to be counted in the 4, please reach out to me and let me know because I'd like to talk with you personally and set up a coaching call so we can strategize. And speaking of, and notice here in the picture, these are the prizes that you earn when you become a director by December 1st or even after. You get this beautiful designer handbag and clutch and beautiful jewelry all when you become a director. It's your gift, okay? So speaking of strategizing, I am going to be posting this tracking sheet in the page, but I specifically will be sending this to my 4 who say that they want to be a director, okay? So that we can track your way to that with preferably you finishing December 1st so you can get your jacket and your leadership registration. If you got to finish by seminar, that's good too. But I would love it if we can, just go to leadership in January with 4 new directors. How exciting would that be? And then let's see, what is the I think, is this the last thing? I'm trying to remember. We're about to find out. Um Nope, nope. We have one more thing here. We have a $50 gift card drawing when we achieve 50 new unit members. So there's two things that we're working on this month, or I'll say for this year. One of the things we're working on for this year is now moving and growing our unit. We're focusing back on that. And so I decided, let's have some fun rather than doing 100 faces contest, because I know y'all know that we have to do faces to be able to build our teams. So rather than focusing on that, because I expect you guys will focus and track that, I want to focus on achieving 50 new team members. It'd be great if it could happen this month, but if not, that's okay. We can take it out a month or two. But here's the thing, when you recruit one new team member to be entered in the drawing, and extra entries with each new team member that becomes active. So if you recruit somebody and then they become active, that's 2 entries in the drawing for you. Each new team member gets in the drawing as soon as they become active, and an extra entry when they become qualified. So I'm going to be doing a $50 gift card drawing when we achieve 50 new team members, and I'm hoping you will help me fill up this thermometer with our new team members. So, and speaking of which, we had an amazing Peek in the Pink last night. I want to congratulate Cynthia Griffin and Teresa Johnson, who both had guests on, and their guests actually said that they're going to be signing up. We're just waiting for those agreements to come in, but we were really excited. I'm telling y'all, Peek in the Pink is the hot thing to do. So you got to meet us on Monday nights at 8 o'clock and bring your guests, and we will have some fun building our team. So I want to thank Cynthia Griffin and Yvonne for submitting their weekly accomplishment sheet last week. This week was kind of interesting because there probably wasn't much selling because seminar and everything else. But last week we did have Cynthia with 156 retail, and Yvonne with 116, and myself with 368.50, which basically finished off the end of June. So I want to congratulate these guys for finishing off the end of June with some great sales. And so that was that. I also want to thank Shelly Neville's Esther and Louise Bannerman and Cynthia Griffin for attending seminar with me. You guys were it was so much fun hanging out with the ladies at seminar. We had an amazing time, and I would love for you guys to join us next year. Hopefully at the Airbnb, and hopefully with a whole lot of winning. I want us to win prizes and rings and jewelry and bees and everything. But we'll be talking a lot about that as this year goes on. So before I get off the video here, I just want to do a little bit of training. And sorry, you guys, that you're looking at my picture today, but my camera has been acting up with this StreamYard application. So I'm just doing the picture for today. But that's okay, because when it comes down to it, I'm not looking at anybody. So I figure I'll just talk through the picture. So our national sales director, Kristen Sharp, was one of the speakers on stage on, I guess, was it the last day or the second to last day? But the main thing was she was pegged to speak about attracting the next generation. And with that in mind, I wanted to just kind of touch on a couple of things. It's very, very quick training, but just a couple of things of number one, why we need to do this, but also sort of how we do that. You know, how do we communicate and how do we market to the different generations? So, first of all, we have basically right now 4 generations that have some purchasing power, some stake in the game. You guys already know that baby boomers are the ones who have been around for a while now here, and they have a lot of stake in the game. Let me tell you about the baby boomer population. 20.58% of the US population are baby boomers. They were born from 1946 to 1964. And when Kristen asked them to stand up at the seminar, half the room stood up. And so, just so you understand and know, the population of Mary Kay is aging. And that's not a bad thing. I mean, it just means that we've been consistent and we've been great for women all of these years, but we're not necessarily attracting as many of the younger generation, which is what will continue to build the legacy of Mary Kay. We want Mary Kay to be around, not just for us that are here now, but for our children and our grandchildren. And so here, let me tell you a little bit about baby boomers and kind of what they're looking for. So, um, even though they were not necessarily the tech generation, so like they like more traditional marketing tactics and in-person type of face-to-face experiences. So we're talking like face-to-face, on the phone, email, meetings, memos. They're looking for that type of personal connection. They look for people who respect their experience, okay? But they also value hierarchy and structure. So a lot of times when you meet a baby boomer, they're going to tell you, "Oh, my friend so and so used to drive a Cadillac," or this, that, and the other. They value the hierarchy and the structure of something like Mary Kay because they grew up in the time of Tupperware and Avon and Mary Kay and all of those type of companies. But what I want to make sure that you understand is that traditional marketing is major. So even though they don't have the tech background, 70% of women 50 to 64 use at least one social media site. And I don't even have to tell you what that one is. You guys already know. That original, when you see a face, you book them. Well, they're on Facebook. Okay. Convert them through, and this is what happens. How do you market to this group? You convert them to your product through in-store marketing, which we're not in stores, but you get them to your house. That's your store. Event marketing, you get them to your events. Banner ads and offline marketing. So we're talking like send them a lookbook, send them a catalog. This is how we market to baby boomers. You have to pick up the phone. You cannot text them and wonder why they didn't call you back. So if you know that they're over 50, consider calling them. I mean, I'm over 50 and I still prefer people to give me a call. I'm not the one that necessarily has to be texted, but it's okay. You can text me too. So let's talk about my generation. I'm Gen X, okay? So now this Gen X is the 1965 to 1980 folks. That's when they were born. And they're more tech savvy because we kind of grew up in this digital world. But we are the smallest population of the generations. We're 19.61% of the US population. But we definitely have more spending power than the millennials and Gen Z. And the reason why is because we're not necessarily retiring. Okay. So the retirees got some money, but they also, some of them are claiming that they're on a fixed income, right? Gen X is still working. So we have money. Okay. So a lot of, so in that room of baby boomers, there were also Gen Xers in that room when Kristen asked us to stand up. But we definitely have more money than millennials and Gen Z. Here's some of the things that the ways that you communicate with a Gen X person. First of all, they like efficient communication. So if you are going to call them, you got to be efficient with it on the phone because they're busy. They want you to be straightforward and concise. Don't beat around the bush when you're calling them to book an appointment. They still like face-to-face experiences, okay? But they also will accept not just phone, but text, Facebook, and email. So these are the Gen X. So baby boomers and Gen X, you got to make sure that you're talking with them, not just texting all the time, but actually pick up the phone and have a conversation. Gen X, and many of you can probably attest to this, like the idea of a work life balance because we still have a lot of work and life that we have to balance. We're between the kids and our parents, right? And we're still working or just about to retire. So we need some balance in our life. How do you market to a Gen Xer? I cracked up when I read this because I was thinking, well, this is what I do. Customer testimonials. I do this all the time. I love it when customers contact me and tell me, "Oh, I just love your product." I put them up on Facebook. Y'all have seen it. I do that. And I tell people about my customers and what they do. So customer testimonials are big for Gen X. Traditional marketing as well, like baby boomers, sending out catalogs and things like that, marketing at events and in-store marketing, that sort of thing. But they will also accept text messages. They will also accept other digital marketing strategies. So they're starting to get into like more of the social media. But you can stay a lot of traditional still with Gen X. So now we're talking Gen Z, no, not Gen Z, millennials, I'm sorry, which is Generation Y. So they are the largest population in the US right now at 21.67%, born from 1981 to 1996. They were born during the rise of technology. We all know this. And social media is huge. Cell phones are huge. Online marketing, email marketing, and social media marketing are huge. Okay. There are actually 80 million millennials in the US. Okay. This is the biggest market. Now, if don't hear this and say, I got to go out and figure out where all those millennials are so I can start passing out business cards, then you're not listening to me. Because if it's that many of them, we got to get them. We got to find out where are they. And if you're a millennial and you're listening to this, you can aim in this or whatever if you want. But again, guess what? Millennials want work-life balance too. They do. But what they want in their careers is more purpose. I think it's really interesting when I read that because my husband, who is Gen X like me, I cracked up when I asked him, I said, well, like I always felt like I wanted a little more purpose, but I'm not even like, I guess I'm closer. Well, no, I'm not even really late Gen X because I was born in 72. I wasn't born in 1980 or whatever, but I guess it was close. But I kind of wanted purpose in my jobs as well. But a lot of Gen Xers are like, I just need to go to work to make money because I want to do other stuff. Like Fred says, he wants to go to work to make money so he can go to games and play golf. And so I think Gen X is just very straightforward. They're just like, we're going to get it done, blah, 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 all of that. Where millennials want more purpose in their careers. They look for authentic and open communication. And the way that they communicate is through messaging. So text messages and Facebook Messenger and DMs and all that, email, social media. And I love this part. They love recognition and they're looking for growth opportunities. And I thought, well, to me, that kind of makes sense because I feel like when I was young in Mary Kay, I liked the recognition and the growth opportunities in Mary Kay when I was younger. Millennials are now at the age where I was when I came into Mary Kay. And so right now, they're looking for recognition and growth opportunities. They don't want to be stuck, just like we didn't want to be stuck when we were younger. And so Mary Kay is a right company right now for this millennial generation that we need to capture. And then we have Gen Z. And this is the one that I think a lot of us are like, oh, we got to get to Gen Z. We got to get to Gen Z. Well, I'm going to tell you, there's a reason why we should get to Gen Z, but also there's a reason why I think personally we can, focus more attention on millennial and then with some Gen Z mixed in. So here's number reason why you should consider Gen Z. They have I don't know how to read this stat now. I think about it. I wrote it down and now I'm kind of like, how do I read this? It says 829.6% billion, or maybe it was $829.6 billion, not percent, has been spent by Gen Z. So they do have some purchase power. Okay. But some of them don't have much yet. Why? Because Gen Z was born between 1997 and 2012. Okay. My kids are 20 and 21. They were born in 2002 and 2003. They're just getting some purchasing power because they got jobs and they're just about to graduate college. But anybody, older than 2003 or born after 2003, sorry, not older, but born after 2003, they're still in high school. So their purchasing decisions are not necessarily always them making them, and they don't have a lot of purchasing power yet. So what I'm saying is you're focusing on those early Gen Z that were born from 1997 through 2003, and anybody after that, you're talking to the mom who has a daughter who needs to use maybe Mary Kay skincare, the new line. So they're still there and it's still, but the mom who is probably either a millennial or a Gen Xer is the one spending the money. So just keep that kind of stuff in mind. But here's how you reach out to Gen Z, because here's the thing. We all know as mothers who have had young daughters, they come to us and say, Mom, I want this. Mom, I saw this. Mom, can you get me this? Mom, can you take me to this store? Right? And so we still need to capture those markets. How do we do that? Okay, so this is how they communicate. Number one, they communicate through Snapchat, YouTube, TikTok, and FaceTime. Listen, I didn't say Instagram. I didn't say Facebook. Now, millennials will be on Instagram, okay? And my daughters who were close to, like they're 20 and 21, they're on Instagram. but they also are on Snapchat. They're also on TikTok. And, so this is how they communicate. FaceTime. Just yesterday, my gym trainer, who is 27, reached out to me through FaceTime, and I thought that that was really funny. But anyway, let me see here. Okay, so they are mobile only pretty much. They're tech savvy, okay? But their communication tools are video conference and social media. That's how they communicate, okay? They also want a very diverse and inclusive workspace. So let's talk about diversity. Our teams need to be diverse. Okay. All of y'all, I commend you. All of y'all that are recruiting men, that's some diversity in your team. Okay. But our teams need to be diverse in nationality, in gender, in which way people are leaning, all of those things, right? There's diversity. You might have women who maybe they aren't the ones who grew up wearing stockings and skirts and everything. They might have a few tattoos. They're in Mary Kay too. They might have a nose ring. They're in Mary Kay too. I was talking with a girl in our national area this weekend who had a ring in her, was it her lip or her chin? She didn't have a nose ring, but she had like a lip ring. So you guys, we are reaching out, branching out, and we have a lot more people. My girls grew up in a world that is very inclusive. And that is what Gen Z is. And we have to be aware of that and be open to that, to have lots of different kinds of people join our teams because they use skincare and makeup too. It doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. So here's what you want to remember about this group. They have short attention spans. Therefore, they probably wouldn't sit and listen to this whole training right now. I talk too much, but they have short attention spans. So when we're doing videos, they need to be 30 seconds or less. And you have to take out the millennial and Gen X pause, according to my daughter, at the beginning of your videos. So make sure that they start right on time and they end quick. They consume media simultaneously. They might have music on in the background while they're on TikTok looking at stuff, right? And they're getting a text all at the same time. They consider spending time online. For 74% of them, it's a hobby. Okay. So that's where they're going to be. That's where we need to, to do our marketing to them. They go off of messaging. They go off of influencers. What they do not like, ads that interrupt their social media time. So paid social media ads might work for millennials. They may not work for Gen Z. Instead, you're going to want to do the social media posting, the influencing, all of that kind of stuff. And how do you do that? Well, here's the last thing that I wanted to and they said that they emphasize quality. That's the other thing. They emphasize quality in products. So because they're more aware. The younger generation is more aware. Oh my gosh, can I tell y'all this? My daughter came to me recently and said, Mom, have you heard about the lead being in maxi pads and tampons? I was like, yeah, no. I'm like, where did you get this? And she's like, yeah, it's all over everywhere. And they've got lead in them. And I guess it's coming from the manufacturing plants. And so now I got to go Google to figure out where this stuff is. Here's the other thing that I want y'all to know, because I've had these discussions with my girls recently, where we use Google to find the information on everything. The Gen Z for sure, and maybe even some of the millennials, they use TikTok as their Google. They'll put in the search the thing that they're looking for. So if we want to sell mascara and we've done videos on mascara and they TikTok it, they might find our video. Okay, you get what I'm saying here? So this is some things that we are going to learn. But here's the last thing I want to tell you. In the director class, and this is just to give y'all some permission not to go freaking out right now. Okay, I'm just giving you the tools. I'm giving you the background so that you can start thinking a little bit more about strategy. We got a whole year to work our strategy. Okay, but in my director class, Diana Sumter, who is an amazing former military national sales director, she's great. She talked about playing in your playground. And hold on, let me go back to my training because I don't want to say it wrong. She said there are 3 different playgrounds. And so you can raise your hand at your own house if this is you. If you are the in-person person, raise your hand. Okay. So that means like you'd like to do things in person, in front of people, face to face. If you're the virtual person, raise your hand. You like to do things online, on Zoom, on FaceTime, whatever, on Facebook Messenger. If you are the social media person, raise your hand. You like to build on social media. Maybe you do Facebook Lives with your customers and they all go to your social media page and see you want to be an influencer. Okay. What she told us, and she gave us permission, she said, if you're good at one over the other, then play in that playground, master that, do that, and get good at it. And look for your girlfriends who are good at the other stuff. So if you're good at in person, but somebody else on the team is better at social media or better at virtual, then go to them to find out how to get better at it. Okay. Or team up with them and have them help you or do things, and you send your people in their direction, but then they come back and buy from you. The other part of it was this: if you recruit somebody and you recruited them in person, you recruited them on virtual, you recruited them through social media, then let them stay in that playground for a little while, for a month at least. Let them learn how to do what they came in under, because they're more likely to play in that playground. And don't try to show them everything all at once, because we are creating confused consultants. I'm speaking to myself when I say this, because that is something that it's my endeavor to do this year, to make sure that our consultants are solid. And it also gave me permission to play in my in-person playground because I love it. I did this all last month and I had such a fun month in July because I did so many more in-person appointments and I had so much fun. And it's because it's my playground. It's where I like to be. Not to say I don't do virtual, because listen, if somebody said to me, well, I my car died, but they already have my samples, I'm gonna be like, girl, hop on Zoom with me for 5 minutes and let's do your makeover real quick. I don't care if your car died. You sitting at home with nothing to do, you might as well get on Zoom with me. It's like going back to pandemic times, right? But I will still do a lot more in person, and that's just me. If you're the virtual girl, stay with virtual. Do those 5 minute appointments or 15-minute appointments with 5 products and make it work for you. It's okay. It is okay. So I'm giving you permission. But I just wanted to share this information with you, some of the tips and tools to maybe help attract the next generations. I'm telling y'all, we need to get out there and get some of that millennial and Gen Z money. I love them, but we need to start building in that area so that we can build our legacy in the champion unit and keep this company going for years to come, so that we can be around for another 60 years. So anyway, that's my little bit of training. It's only 8:06, so it's about a half an hour meeting like we normally do. I hope you all are having a great week, and I will see you next Tuesday and next Monday at Peak and Pink if you so choose to join us. So have a good night, everybody. Bye bye.